Good morning and welcome to Advanced Vinyasa. Make your way onto your mat. Today we'll be using blocks if you have them, strap, and I always like to have a blanket handy laying across my mat just for smooth transitions to protect my joints. As you begin to land, go ahead and come onto your back or any restful position as we begin to center ourselves. You can ground your feet and let the knees knock in to touch. If you have any other props like a bolster, you can slip underneath the backs of the knees or the pelvis. If you'd like to come into a more restorative bridge pose. And as you begin to land, you can close your eyes. Just take a moment here to check in. Notice how you're feeling this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Notice how you're feeling in the physical body, the emotional body, the mind body. Noticing tenderness, discomfort, but also recognizing ease, openness, and fluidity. Tuning into the sounds in your space, temperature along your skin. Begin to engage with the senses. Take a moment here to notice your breath. Notice if it feels shallow, deep, choppy, or fluid. Remembering to observe without judgment. And just notice. Together we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. As you begin to settle in, you're invited to close your eyes. Soften the gaze. And allow the tensions of the eyebrows, forehead, even the tensions of the jaw and clenching the teeth to release with the exhale breath. Almost like tensions are draining from the body into the earth. Take another moment here just to notice. And if it feels right for you, begin to set an intention for your practice. And if it helps, you can take one hand to your heart, one on top of the other, as an external reminder to check in with this heart space, with the knower of truth, knower of the deepest truths that reside here in the heart. So you turn inwards to observe what that is for you in this moment. Allowing the next 5 cycles of breath to cultivate your intention. And allowing this intention to set the foundation of your practice. Resting here in silence as you set this intention. Taking 3 deep breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, releasing the intention. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Release your palms to the earth. Begin to sway the back of the head on the earth from side to side. Starting to awaken the back of the neck, the cervical spine. Notice the feet. Notice the palms of the hands. Notice the body. Not just the physical body, but the energy field that emits from it. Sensing into your field of energy this morning. Go ahead and start to roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles, sway the knees from side to side, reaching the arms overhead, coming into a stretch. Taking another deep breath, inhale and exhale. Guide your knees in towards your belly. Let the knees fall out to the sides, flattening the low back on the earth. Take another deep breath, inhale and exhale. Guiding knees back through center. Allow the arms to come out to a cactus shape, bending at the elbows. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop the knees towards one side. Let them hover about an inch. You need to ground the feet to support your low back, then please do so. Inhale, knees guide back through center. Exhale the knees to the opposite side. Inhale, take a couple more rounds from side to side as you move your body and start to awaken it. See if you can guide your movements from your breath. Connecting to the energy and flow of your breath, right? The vehicle of prana. Take another breath, inhale through center. Exhale, this time drop your knees towards one side, coming into fetal position, tucking the knees in towards the belly. And again, just pausing on the side for a moment. And as you feel ready, go ahead and stretch your top leg long. Press your way up to hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. Padding as necessary, placing anything you need underneath the knees for support. And as you feel ready, go ahead and move through cat-cow. Inhale, lifting the heart and chest. Exhale, pressing round into yourself. Go ahead and inhale, lifting the heart and chest again. Tractioning palms towards the knees, broadening the space across the shoulders, even lifting through your chin. Exhale, pressing round. Really tuck your tailbone in here, warming up through your core. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, pressing round. Couple more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale, pressing round. Separate your knees here about mats with distance. Bring those big toes into touch. Taking some circles here, warming up through the hips, warming up through the knees, the shoulders, and wrists. Involving the head here as much as you'd like, taking some giant circles, moving in one direction. Pressing into the sidelines of the body. And again, noticing where the breath is. Can you bring it back if it's shallowed out? Inhaling and exhaling. Reverse the direction of those circles. Just notice what's here. Notice how the body is feeling as you start to warm it up. And taking a few more in this direction. And as you feel ready, sit the hips back, take a child's pose. Leave the arms extended out, palms wide. Here you can bring forehead to earth or block. Once the forehead meets the surface, go ahead and rock the forehead from side to side. Releasing tension again of eyebrows, of the forehead, of the critical mind, right, of that frontal lobe. Take another deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. Pressing into those palms, sit the hips back. Take another deep breath. Inhale, head is still. And exhale. Go ahead and shift your weight back forward. Walk your palms out a few inches and start to drop your heart towards the earth. Leave your sits bones lifted. Coming through puppy pose or anahatasana. Take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through mouth or nose. Again, inhale. Exhale. Drop the forearms and elbows down. Slide through. Drop the hips down. Coming through Sphinx pose. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Pulling the heart forward, broadening across your chest, across the shoulders. Gaze can be right down at the earth to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Take another deep breath, opening up through the heart. Take a deep breath into the heart space. Exhale. Slightly engage the glutes here. Pinning your pubic bone down onto the earth to support your low back. One more, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and drop your heart down. Bring your palms next to your rib cage. Elbows hugging in. Inhale, heart lifts, coming into cobra. And exhale, heart lowers. 2 more pulses here. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, heart lowers. 1 more. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, lower. Bring those big toes in to touch. Tuck your toes underneath. And begin to press into your palms as you draw your navel in, coming back through this modified push-up or plank. Palms are right underneath the shoulders and spreading wide. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, halfway lower with elbows hugging in. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press it back up. 1 more, exhale, lower, and hover for a moment. Find that nice long spine, pinning the belly button back. Exhale, press up. Sit the hips back with the toes tucked underneath, finding an opening in the soles of the feet. Forehead can come to the earth. And we have 3 breaths here. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, really connecting to your unique rhythm of your breath. And exhale. If Ujjayi pranayama is in your practice, you can take the tip of the tongue, flip it to meet the back of the teeth or roof of the mouth, making the breath more audible as a way to draw the mind and the senses more deeply inwards. Right? Using that breath to dissolve tension, to allow you to drop in more deeply to this present moment. Go ahead and reach your heart forward, coming back through your tabletop. Excuse me, tuck those toes underneath here, wrapping elbows in, plugging into those shoulder girdles, lift the hips and send them back to your first downward facing dog. The backs of the hamstrings are tight. You can separate your feet or bend the knees, lifting those hips nice and high. Gaze is towards your belly button. Take another deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. Reaching the heels down towards the earth. Take another deep breath. Pedaling out your dog just a little bit here, warming up the backs of the legs. And as you feel ready, go ahead and make your way to the top of your mat. You can walk, step through the hands, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifting, coming up with a flat back, nice long spine. And exhale, fold. Pause and forward fold and separate your feet about mat's width distance apart. Softening through the knees, maybe letting the belly rest on the thighs. Let the head be heavy here, shoulders heavy, shake it yes and no. Inhale and exhale. Toes are spreading wide here in the direction that your knees are pointing. Go ahead and point your toes in that direction. Start to lower your hips down. Opening up through those knees, sinking the pelvis down, heart is open. Inhale, hips lift. You can ground your palms here. Exhale, drop it down. 1 more. Inhale, hips lift. And exhale, drop it down. Beautiful. Landing in your malasana or yogi squat. Elbows pressing on the inside of the knees, opening up those hips so that the pelvis, the tailbone can lengthen down and the heart can reach forward. Crown of the head is lifting here. Rooting through those heels, toes are anchored as well. Spread those feet nice and wide. Find that activation. Take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, grow strong through your legs and press your way all the way to stand. Maybe reach those palms overhead, gaze straight out in front. Shoulders are plugging into the girdle. And then exhale, drop the palms to the heart. Heel to the feet in. Bring them in about hips width distance apart. And as you inhale, reach the arms overhead. Go ahead and clasp at the elbows here. And as you exhale, hinge to the right. Try to keep the length again through the spine and weight evenly distributed through your feet. Inhale through center and exhale to the opposite side. One more from side to side. Inhale through center, exhale over. Inhale back through center and exhale back over. Inhale, both arms reach. Back up to the sky. And as you exhale, swan dive or prayer hands down through center. Coming through forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Go ahead and reach for your blocks if you have them here. We're going to warm up our hips by stepping the left foot back into a nice lunge. Round your back knee down. Inhale, both arms lift. Rounding those lower half of the body, reaching through the feet and engaging here through the lower legs. Find that alignment through your pelvis as you tuck your tailbone. Plug the shoulders in. Reaching through fingertips. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Hinging forward. Find a bind here. A humble grounded warrior. Reaching palms towards the back of the room. Take another deep breath. The heart is dropping on the inside of that right knee, but see if you can keep it from flaring out. Inhale, both arms reach back up. Exhale, find those blocks. Make sure the blocks are underneath the shoulders as you sit the hips back, runner's lunge. Pull those right toes back towards your nose, hinging over that front leg. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and re-bend that front knee. Walk the blocks on the inside of the right foot. Straighten into that back leg, lifting and pressing through that back heel. And make our way towards the long edge of the mat, all 10 toes pointing straight forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Softening through those knees. Try not to hyperextend or lock them out. If you know that you're more prone to doing that, being just a little bit more mindful here, anchoring into your feet, lifting through your sits bones. Take another deep breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Then walk your blocks towards the back of your mat, pivoting on the back foot. Coming through your lunge, first find that opening through your hips, pressing through that back heel, lifting through the back leg. Exhale, drop the knee down. Engaging through the lower half of the body, framing the front foot. Inhale, both arms reach, nice and high. Take another deep breath, opening up through your heart. Exhale, sweep your arms back, finding a bind and clasp. This time, clasp your hands the opposite way, right? The unnatural way. Take another deep breath, reaching your heart forward. Spine is long, reaching those palms back. Rounded humble warrior. Drop that heart right on the inside of the left knee. Take another deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and sweep those arms back up. Finding your blocks once again. Walking blocks on the inside of that left foot, straighten into that right leg, reaching through the right heel. Find the long edge of your mat once again. Take a deep breath. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Deep breath here, inhale. And exhale, notice here where you're feeling the stretch, right? Are you feeling it in low back, backs of the legs?
maybe both. Pulling the heart forward, lifting through those sits bones. The feet are super active here. See if you can press into the outer edges of the feet, put some of the weight into those toes, but keep the heels grounded. Take another deep breath. Exhale, folding a little bit more deeply. Go ahead and find your blocks. Walk your way to the top of the mat. Step your left foot forward to forward fold position. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Go ahead and start to squat down and have a seat. Let's take a chair pose here. Lengthening through your tailbone. You can reach the arms out in front. Or put the hands in prayer pose. Sinking in here, lifting through the heart. Take another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, firing up those lower half of the body, legs. Imagine you have a block between the knees. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, press your way to stand. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, twist open towards the right side, reaching the left palm forward and right back. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, twist it open to the opposite side. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. This time, let's step the right foot back. Finding that nice grounded lunge. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, sweep the arms through. This time, reaching fingertips back. Finding this airplane pose, grounded. And then inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, go ahead and drop the right palm down on the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left fingertips reach, finding a twist here. Keeping the twist and engagement through the legs, start to lift and rotate your torso. Inhale and exhale. Twist is coming from that midsection. See if you can reach those fingertips forwards and back. Soften shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, go ahead and plant those palms down. Sit the hips back. Let's take a runner's lunge. You can use blocks if you need to. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and rebend that front knee. Go ahead and straighten into that back leg. And we'll find our way to plank position. Grounding through the palms here, reaching through the backs of the heels. Take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, lower all the way down. Elbows hugging in here. Untuck those back toes. And as you inhale, lift the heart and chest, rolling the shoulders back and down. Gaze is at the earth. Low cobra. Exhale, drop the heart. Again, inhale, heart lifts. Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, heart lowers. Go ahead and lift the hips, tuck the toes. Make your way through that modified push-up and into downward facing dog. Coming back into your dog, 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and shift your weight into that left foot. Lift your right leg nice and high. Bend your knee and open up that hip. Take 3 circles on the wall next to you. Inhaling in one direction. Exhaling, letting it go. After you've completed about 3, inhale, reach that right leg nice and high. And step your right foot forward, finding a nice high lunge. Grounding through both feet. Inhale, arms left. Sinking in here, grow steady through your legs. Right knee is right over that heel. Taking your tailbone down. Go ahead and find a clasp with the palms. Rest the back of the head in that clasp. Press the back of the head into the hands here, lengthening through the spine. Tuck your tailbone, take another deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, open up warrior 2. So hands are behind the head here. Inhale, reaching elbow up. Exhale, hinging forward. So just keeping the heart open, taking the arms out as we come into our dancing warrior. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Bring that spine back to neutral. Go ahead and reach the fingertips forwards and backwards, coming into the full expression of warrior two. Straightening into that front leg, reach those fingertips forward, back, hip reaching out. Find your triangle pose here. Spinning and opening that heart up. So remembering that length through the spine that you just felt. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure that front knee isn't locked out completely. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and rebend that front knee, plant the feet down on to the earth, hands down onto the earth, reaching through that back heel. Step your right foot back and take your vinyasa. Take a deep breath as you exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. As you exhale, coming back through that plank or modified push-up, press it back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Again, inhale, heels reaching, sits bones lifting, elbows wrapping in, gaze is at the belly button. Find your breath. Let that ujjayi pranayama really draw you back in. Inhale and exhale. At the bottom of your next exhalation, bending the knees, and if you'd like to walk or float your feet to the top of the mat, landing, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach, and exhale, palms drop to heart center. Pausing for a breath here, and just noticing how you're feeling in this moment. Notice the heartbeat in your chest with the base of the thumbs resting on the sternum, lengthening tailbone. Feet are still engaged. Just notice. If your breath is shallowed out, see if you can re-lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms reach, and have a seat. Take a chair pose here. Sinking the hips down, again, heart is lifted as much as you can. Shoulders plugging into those shoulder girdles. Take another deep breath. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, step your left foot back, finding that nice grounded lunge. Inhale, arms reach. And exhale, sweep those arms back, taking that airplane pose. Take another deep breath here. Inhale. Arms reaching back up. Beautiful. Exhale, go ahead and drop that left palm down on the inside of the right foot. Inhale, right fingertips reach. Engaging that lower half, and on your next deep breath, keeping the twist, twisting open to the right side now. Reaching right fingertips back and left fingertips forward. One more deep breath here. Inhale, both arms reach. And exhale, fold. Straightening into that back leg, lifting it off the earth. Step it back to the top of a push-up again. This time we're going to drop down onto one forearm and then the opposite one. Then press it back up to your plank position. And do that again 2 more times. Drop it down, forearm walk. Press it back up. As you're going through, try your best to keep those hips stable. So they'll want to rock from side to side, and they may. But see if you can keep that core engaged so you can minimize that movement as much as you can. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. As you land, take another deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth or nose. Inhale. And exhale. Shift your weight into the right foot this time. Inhale, left leg reaches nice and high. Bend your knee, open up that hip, and take 3 circles. See if you can isolate the movement to just the hip. Elbows wrapping in. Palms are still engaged. That right heel is rooting down towards the earth. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step that left foot forward, finding your high lunge. Grow stable in your legs first before you rise. Tailbone lengthening, inhale here, and exhale. Go ahead and find that clasp behind the head again, clasping the hands the opposite way. Take another deep breath, grow long. See if you can lengthen that tailbone, soften shoulders away from the ears. Take another deep breath, reaching the heart open, and then spin that back heel down. Open up warrior two with the hips. Take another deep breath. Let's find a dancing warrior with our elbows. So really being mindful of the core. Inhale as you reach open. Exhale as you hinge forward. Finding your rhythm. Take about 2 to 3 cycles. Really opening up through the hips. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. That left knee is trailing towards the left side. Bring your spine back to neutral. Reaching left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Soften shoulders away. And go ahead and straighten into that front knee. Keep a little bend to that knee, reaching fingertips forward. Right hip reaches back, coming into triangle pose. 3 breaths. Really engage through the lower half of the body here, lengthen through the spine. Take another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Rebending that front knee, pivoting on that back foot. Take another deep breath here and flowing through your vinyasa. Spreading fingertips wide, lowering down halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. As you land, we have 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Look towards the front of the mat between the hands, raise up onto the toes, and you can walk, float, or jump and land between the palms of the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, making your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach, and exhale, palms drop to heart center. Pausing for a few breaths, finding your feet again, finding your rhythm, maybe reconnecting to your intention. What drew you to your mat today? And we always try to practice with an intention or purpose, a presence. Taking one more breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot. Bring your left knee in towards your belly or chest. Start to reach for your big toe with peace fingers. And finding that drishti or focal point, something that's not moving in front of you, coming into this balancing posture, engaging through your glute here to plug that femur bone back into its socket. As you feel ready, you can take the hand to the hip and go ahead and extend that right leg straight. Again, plug that femur bone into the socket. Both femur bones are plugging in, heart is long. Take another deep breath, inhale and exhale. Release the toes, leave the leg extended. Inhale and exhale, rebend that foot, plant it down. Shifting the weight now into the right foot. Go ahead and inhale, lift the left leg. Bending at the knee, find that engagement first through the standing leg, nice and strong. When you feel ready, taking peace fingers, reaching for that left big toe. Take a deep breath. Inhale, lift through that spine, tuck the tailbone, and go ahead and kick that leg straight. Really plugging that femur bone in. Find that engagement. Soften the shoulders. Notice where you can bring ease into the body, even if things are challenging. And be with it. Deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Release the toes, hold the leg, and then rebend. Plant the foot down. Finding your feet once again, long spine. Take a deep breath, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, forward fold, coming back down through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. This time you can step your feet back or float back to your plank position. If you're floating back, make sure you're landing, bending the knees so you don't jar your spine. Reach through those back heels, gazes between the palms of the hands. Take a deep breath here, inhale and exhale. Start to roll onto the inside edge of the left foot, outer edge of the right. Stack your feet if you'd like. You can put one hand on the hip, or you can take your hand, extend it up into your full expression of side plank. Really press and anchor that right palm into the earth and lift through your hips so you can take some of that engagement or the force out of your shoulder there. If you'd like, you can lift that top leg, just making it a little bit more fun. Maybe even grab those toes and making it a little bit more challenging. Go ahead and drop your left palm down. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and rotate to the other side. Inhale, right palm lifts. Inhale. Stacking your feet, ankles. If the feet are stacked, see if you can flex your feet. Take another deep breath. Inhale, lifting those hips nice and high. Exhale, drop the palm down. Reaching through those heels, take another deep breath. Inhale, exhale, lower down halfway or all the way, moving through your vinyasa now. Chaturanga Dandasana, pressing back up towards your downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Pedaling out your dog once you land. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Go ahead and start to drop your knees down onto the earth. Leave your sits bones a little lifted. We're going to come onto the forearms, find a clasp, creating a triangular base for yourself. Press into your palms. And again, find that engagement through your shoulder girdles here. So even though the elbows and the forearms are pressing down, they're still activated here. Maybe you are adducting as well. Toes are tucked, walking knees in a little bit more. On your next deep breath, go ahead and lift your hips, coming through dolphin pose. Starting to walk your feet as close to your elbows as you can get them, with keeping the engagement through those shoulders to protect them. You can experiment with lifting one leg, and then maybe you rock forward, coming into your expression of your arm balance, but keeping the stability through your shoulders. If you'd like to just stay in dolphin, you can. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly come out the same way that you came in. Both toes come down. Maybe drop the knees, sit the hips back, take a child's pose. Put the palms together, forehead resting on the earth or block. You could take the prayer behind your head, coming into this variation of Yoga Mudra, or you can come into the full expression of Yoga Mudra, taking the bind behind you, slowly lifting the hips, and coming onto the top of the head, but making sure you're not compressing into your cervical spine. Take another deep breath. Palms are reaching towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, sit the hips back. We have one more round. So go ahead and set up for that dolphin pose, clasping the palms together, bringing the hips up a little bit over the heart here as you set up, creating a nice triangular base. So when you feel ready, tuck your toes, lift those hips, and find that dolphin pose. And you can just stay right here. If you want to experiment, if you lifted that opposite leg the last time, then go ahead and switch and lift. So I lifted my left, so I'm taking that posture to the right. Really press into the shoulders, and then gently maybe guiding your way up to your arm balance. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Really pressing into that base to protect those shoulders. And then coming out as you feel ready. It's just a fun little arm balance that you can try, making sure you stay safe, filling your joints, and only going as far as the body allows, right? So always staying in that space of ahimsa or nonviolence. Coming through child's pose, maybe more traditional this time, bringing arms next to the side. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Find your way towards that tabletop position and then press back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. As you exhale, go ahead and draw your right knee towards the back of the right wrist. Sit the hips back, landing in Kapotasana or pigeon pose. Keeping those back toes tucked to keep the hips nice and square first. Find that engagement. You can keep those back toes tucked to really keep this posture active, or you can make it more yin-like and tucking the toes, disengaging the muscles. It's up to you, your choice. Working to bring that front leg parallel with the heart or the front of the mat. So, but trying your best to keep that hip anchored, and if there's any pressure in the knee, then you can bring that foot closer to your seat. You can also take this on your back too. So if you notice your right hip is elevated, you can sneak a block or a blanket underneath it for support. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you can hinge forward, bringing the palms underneath the head, or you can bring a pillow underneath the chest, however you'd like to land. And from here, I'm going to untuck my back toes just because that feels nice and supportive for me. And we have approximately 6 to 10 breaths here. So see if you can soften. Breathe into where you're feeling the sensations. And that's how the body speaks. So noticing here the waves of sensation, and everybody's different. You may feel it in your piriformis, right? Your hamstrings. Some people feel this stretch in their low back or their front hip flexor. So just notice where you're feeling sensation. And can you be with that sensation, softening around it? And notice the challenge here, and can you allow yourself to be present with that challenge, with that obstacle that arises, and still remain unchanged, right? Activating that seat of observation. Take another deep breath. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale. And then exhale. As you feel ready, we're going to press our way out slowly, lifting the torso. And if you'd like, coming back through maybe a child's pose, or you can come through tabletop position and send that right leg long, or you can bend the knee and circle out the hip. You can take some giant hip circles here too, just like we did at the very beginning. Noticing a difference from side to side through the hips. Doing a little test. I like to child's pose, sit it back and just notice how uneven it feels. And then I'm like, oh, I need to do the other side. So tuck those toes underneath, reaching heels down. Inhale, left leg lifts, taking that Kapotasana to the other side. Draw that left knee towards the back of the left wrist, dialing that left foot across the midline, sitting the hips back, sliding even onto those back toes. Find your alignment first. Right, find that engagement, that alignment through your hips, what feels right on this side, not the opposite side, but this side. In our body, even though we have symmetry, there's a lot of asymmetry. No two hip sockets are even shaped the same. Take another deep breath. Exhale, hinging over that front leg. Coming through your version of Kapotasana, remembering you can take this on your back too. Inhale and exhale. Softening into the posture, and just notice where the body invites the openings. Can you be present? We're not going to force it. We're allowing the body to open in its own time. Right? And we can really allow the body to feel safe with the breath. So engage with your breath here. And as you breathe, as you extend your exhalation breath, you help to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, right? That autonomic portion of our nervous system that allows for rest and digest, that allows for that relaxation response to occur. So take a few more moments here, softening where you can. Notice where you naturally grip. Where do you hold tension? Then cultivate awareness around it. And that's how we create those subtle shifts and changes, right? It's not forced. Another deep breath. Few more moments here, just connecting to your breath. Right? No need to analyze, no need to fix. Just see if you can be present. Last couple breaths. When you feel ready, you can gently make your way back up and out of the posture. Sitting the hips back, taking whatever counter stretches you'd like. If you'd like sending that leg long on the other side, you can try it here, bending the knee, maybe taking some hip circles. And then sitting the hips back, child's pose, just to check it out. How do those hips feel? Take another deep breath, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. And then shift your weight back forward. We're gonna find ourselves on a seat in a nice cross-legged position. You can bring your hips to the earth or to a block. I'm gonna roll up my blanket here and make a nice little seat for myself as we move into some pranayama work. And finding your sits bones, you can come to the edge of whatever prop that you're sitting on. Coming in again to whatever cross-legged position, option to sit on some blocks in a kneeling posture as well. As you come onto your seat, reaching through your heart, your chest, soften those shoulders away from the ears, and just take a moment here to land. See how it feels to sit on your prop on the surface in this body after moving through that vinyasa. Find your breath once again. Soften those muscles of the face and jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Again, we inhale. Exhale. If you'd like, you can blink your eyes open and take a peek at the screen. Follow along for Kapalabhati. If you are already familiar with Kapalabhati, then you are welcome to begin. If you're not familiar, then you can take one palm and rest it right on your belly as an external reminder. And we're going to bring the breath here. And this is where the pumping action will be occurring from just below the navel. We're going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to pump by exhaling, forcefully drawing the navel in towards the spine. And so it will sound like a forceful exhalation and a passful inhalation. We have about 50 cycles, so try your best to keep up. They don't have to be as fast as mine. You can go at your own pace and begin when you feel ready. Deep breath, inhale. Hold at the top. Notice the urge to want to inhale, watch it. Exhale, release. Return to your normal breath. Return the palm onto the lap. And just observe the effects of your Kapalabhati. Notice maybe subtle shifts through the body. Smoothing the breath back out. Inhaling nice and full. Exhale, soften. Again, inhale. And exhale. We have one more round, placing the palm on the belly just below the navel. Or if you feel comfortable with the breath work, now you can remove the palm and just keep your awareness there. Whenever you feel ready, go ahead and begin your 50 cycles or 50 pumps of your Kapalabhati. Inhaling and begin. Try to keep your face soft. Deep breath in. Hold at the top. Hold it as long as you can. Notice that urge building to want to release. Notice where the mind goes as the urge builds. And when the urge becomes so great, go ahead and exhale, let it go. Return to your natural breath. And just notice. Notice the subtle energy change. Notice the effects of your Kapalabhati. As you feel ready, start to soften your shape. Drop that chin down to chest. You can ground your palms on the tops of the thighs and inhale the left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, drop that chin back down. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin down. A couple more times from side to side. Just releasing the cervical spine and neck. And when you feel ready, you can bring that head back to neutral, coming off of your support, making your way onto your back for our final resting posture. As you make your way onto your back, keep those knees bent, ground your feet once again. Check in with the lower half of the body. If the low back is speaking to you, you're welcome to place something underneath the backs of the knees for support, or a chair if you have a wall, legs up the wall, or any other posture that you feel would support your low back. One final posture selected is happy baby. You can let those knees fall out to the side. Take anything, like I said, that feels good. Maybe your body's craving a twist. Feel welcome and invited to go there. Maybe you want to take the full expression of happy baby, reaching peace fingers between those big toes and kicking those heels out as much as you can. Opening up through the hips, low back is flattening, and those knees are encouraging themselves towards the earth. They may not make them there, mine are really far away, right? And that's perfectly fine. That's where my body is right now, and it feels good for me, right? So not being so fixated on an aesthetic or having to look a certain way, but really dropping into how you feel in this body, in this moment. Deep breath. Whenever you feel ready, Maybe bringing those heels in, let those knees fall out to the side, taking a little reclined Baddha Konasana or bound ankle pose. And then dropping those feet back down. Spread the legs nice and wide if that supports the low back. You take a prop and place it over the belly for another external support. And then reaching those arms out to the sides. We work this entire practice up to this moment where we can release fully into ourselves, coming into our Shavasana, our final resting posture. Allow your breath to be free. Allow the mind and body to relax and be free. Softening each section by section. Notice the muscles of the face, the jaw, unclenching the teeth. Allowing your eyes to soften and rest in their sockets. Softening that place between the eyebrows, the third eye point. Even the sides of the head, the temples, and crown of the head as you come into your Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggling fingertips and toes. Gently swaying the head from side to side once again. Gradually growing your movements. And if you'd like to come into one last long bodied stretch by reaching arms overhead and pointing through the toes of the feet, feel welcome to do so. Gently guiding the knees in towards your belly, maybe rolling out the low back one more time, circling the knees, and then dropping them towards the right side, coming into your fetal position, pausing here for just a moment with the eyes closed. As you feel ready, you can press your way up to your seat. As you come onto your seat, coming into whatever cross-legged position feels right for you. And just take a moment here in your seat to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling compared to when you first began your practice. Noticing the body, the emotional body, the mental body, and your spiritual body. Taking one hand to your heart and the other placing right over top of it. Slightly tuck your chin as you bow your head towards yourself, reconnecting with your initial intention. Placing both palms together in front of the heart space, joining right and left. Bowing your head towards your own fingertips as you recognize the light of peace and love inside of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice, energy, time, and space with me today. Namaste and Jai Bhagwan.
Thank you. Namaste. Have a great day.